Welcome to Polling Shots. I'm Sam.
I'm Kaylee. Hello.
And today we're talking about change.
Yes.
And how fast to make them.
Yeah, in your coffee shop.
And I'm drinking lavender matcha out of a little milk mug because those are super trendy.
Milk glass.
Milk glass. Okay, so yeah, change. How to opt in to make changes in your coffee shop. I mean, anything from the paint on the walls of furniture, your location, to
the menu,
your menu, drink trends,
pricing.
Yeah, there's not really ever a right or wrong answer.
There's a lot
of wrong answers.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. I mean, first off, let's just start with a basic like drink trends, because we've done it all over the board. We've tried to plan it for the whole year. That was last year, and
Yes.
I think 10 years ago you could do that. Now, stuff moves so fast that it has to be month to month almost.
Yeah.
Because stuff just, moves so, and it's stuff that exists. Like horchata right now is super trendy, but horchata has existed for decades.
Yeah.
And in coffee, it's been around for at least 10 years. But now it's just coming back. Where Starbucks has a trend right now. I know Crumble, who isn't coffee, obviously, has that in circulation.
Yep.
So it's like, right. So right now it's horchata. If you jump on it this week, get something out, maybe at the end of the month, you can have it up for the summer. Mm-hmm. But you can't just delay it and say, maybe by July, I'll have a horchata.
Yeah, because it will be it's going to be like a seasonal. It's going to be going to go fast.
Yeah, it's just going to go. And if you have that mindset, you're just going to have it until October.
Or maybe we don't know, because like lavender was a trend and it stuck.
Yeah.
And so like maybe that's what horchata will be. We don't know, but you just don't.
So with drinks, it was specifically like syrups and flavor trends.
Yeah.
Right now, I think our goal is seasonally 3 months, have a special board that we make and have an area on the menu. So that is the special area, or having an A-frame. That's just different ways where you can assign a location to it.
Yes. And
rather than just winging it every time. Like, this is what I change when I get a new. Like, the more systematic you can make it, I think it's the easier to process. Because a coffee shop owner doesn't need just a whole new process to make. They're like, okay, let's do this. And they're like, here's the 30 decisions that need to be made.
Yeah.
To train everybody, let customers know about it and everything. Or if you can just have a system. So you just see, okay, horchata, in 2 weeks, we need this out. Or we just pass it.
Yeah.
But we need to make that decision now and get all these things rolling.
I agree.
Yeah. So.
Well, the first question is, if your gut says a drink isn't working, how long do you actually give it before you pull it? I would say, in the past, we've been so slow to make the decision that usually.
Yeah.
We probably know it's going to work typically, because it takes us so long to commit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This is the thing. You don't want to pull the drink if you have products that you need to use for the drink. I would say if you don't reorder the product, like reorder the syrup or whatever, the protein, functional drinks, you just don't reorder. So use it up, and then towards the end of your supply, if you're like, okay, we're going to be done with this after we run out, then that's it. I think we naturally do that.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Would you pull it before you were out?
I don't know. I mean, if it's dying out and there's something in a perfect world, you use everything up and then it's gone and then you don't reorder it and then there's something else. But that takes a lot of organizing and planning for you to say, okay, in a month, my inventory is going to be gone, so I need something to replace it in a month.
Yeah.
And by that time, everything will be set up, so it's just a swap. So that's just a lot of organizing and planning. But yes, ideally, I think where we've gotten stuck is we have something like that and it just kind of hangs around.
Yeah.
That kind of turned into like, I think caramel pecan syrup.
Yeah.
We kind of brought it on for a special, and that happened, and then the next thing came and we still had that and customers were still asking for it. So it just kind of turned into this drink we have.
Yeah.
And another syrup we have in another spot on the shelf and everything. So having it really, just deciding,
Yeah.
we're done with this.
Yep.
This date, this next thing is coming.
I think that is hard.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like lavender, that was supposed to be what everybody did for lavender, and now it's just a staple in every coffee shop. So, and that's okay if it naturally happens that way. But we've talked about this so many times. But keeping like a syrup on for one customer or like even 5 customers, like there is always another option for them. Like you're never going to get rid of caramel. So.
And that's the tough thing too. If you have something, someone will buy it.
Yeah.
The bigger your menu, like people will buy everything on your menu, but if you simplify it, then you can push those things and it's streamlined and faster, easier for your customers and employees.
Yes, exactly. Easier for your customers and employees. Okay, when a trend hits like dirty sodas or functional drinks, do you chase it fast, wait to see if it sticks, or ignore it completely? Okay. Can I speak on this?
Yeah.
I would say it really just depends on what the cost is up front. So for example, energy drinks. We kind of waited, but we jumped on that. I mean, we did that before Starbucks had them out, I think before Caribou, before the big ones. I mean, there was Hyper everywhere. But we kind of jumped on it quicker than like the big chains, but we did that because it was so easy. Like it was so easy. We just got a distributor to deliver the energy drinks and then added some like fruit syrups.
Yeah.
Like, and that it didn't really cost us much. I mean, not compared to what we make from it.
Yeah.
And we also know that we have younger people that come to our shops, or like teenagers or whatever, high schoolers, and that we kind of know we have a market for it, for that. And we don't sell, I mean, it's obviously not like one of our top sellers, but it's so easy to do. So I would say jumping on it fast when it's something that isn't going to cost you a lot.
Yeah.
So I use that example, and then I'll also use like functional drinks or protein drinks, for example. So we got stuff to do it, and then we never rolled it out.
Yeah.
And it's like we made this purchase, which wasn't that much.
It was like $300 to $400.
But it could have. But like we did that, and then we just never pushed it out. But then the trend kind of died.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, I'm sure functional drinks are always going to be out there, but like it's the trend was very quick.
So then we're sitting on this product.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, do we just scrap it and lose what we already invested? It's like the lost sunk cost fallacy, I think it's called. Like you put this money in, so you have to do it.
Yeah.
Even though it's not a right decision.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
And you have that, and I have that problem in personal life too. Like this is not just business. I mean, that can be, I struggle with that too. So just like the pea gravel.
Yeah.
We have pea gravel at our house, and it's like, why do we do that? We have small kids, who likes to kick small rocks, small children.
Yeah.
We do. So it's
now what do we do
now?
Yeah.
But it's kind of like those functional drinks it really wasn't that expensive to buy it for. Like what we bought was just, we have 3 stores. We bought enough for each store to have like one, like roll it out.
Yeah.
And we came back, we realized, okay, that's going to be a little bit harder than what we thought, just because marketing, things like that. The company that we bought it from does have a lot of good marketing material, but we aren't really a shop that like doesn't have something of our own. Like, I don't know. We wouldn't just copy and paste.
Yeah, we usually take stuff and kind of put it into our make it our own, and so it fits wherever it goes, whether
exactly.
it's taking their thing in.
And so, and then we ended up deciding in the long run that we just weren't going to do it because we got back, a month went by, functional drinks kind of started going away. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe they'll come back. But yeah, and then we just realized it's not even worth it. It's not even worth because a lot of this is another thing that you have to think about is how much training has to go behind this. Like energy drinks, there's like nothing. You literally, it's easier than any coffee drink that you'll make.
Just mix this and that.
So
people, it's self-explanatory for the customer.
Very, and that is not what not what the functional drink was going to be. Like and so is this going to be difficult to teach your employees and then to teach the customers what they're ordering? That's like, and I would just like to say, I love dirty sodas. We don't have them in our store, but I love them.
Oh yeah.
I don't drink soda or pop. We're in the Midwest, so we call it pop. But I don't drink that on a normal basis, but I do like a dirty soda.
Yeah.
All right.
So moving slowly, has it actually saved us?
Yeah.
Or does slow just feel safer?
I think this time it did. Like we jumped on the function.
We were a little slower to implement it. We didn't just get it in and push it out, and then it died. So we're like, it would have been worse if we put it out, put all this time and energy into this new menu item, train everybody, and then it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. That would have been so much worse.
I would say it does feel safer. I am kind of it is like hard for me to make big life decisions, I guess. And so I think slow is safer, but I think it has saved us. I mean, for example, we thought we were going to change our our system, our POS system.
Yeah.
And we would have liked to. We still are looking into it, but if we would have moved fast with that, we would have realized all the back end stuff because we are a wholesaler and we have.
It was just so much more complicated. Where it would have been great if everything worked. It would have been great, but then you start looking deeper and deeper, and then this affects this. Everything kind of talks to each other.
Yeah, and if we would have moved fast on that, we would have realized that, and it would have not been good. So
I'd say moving slow on the big things. And moving fast on the small things almost.
Yeah.
Really
fast on the things that aren't going to cost you an arm and a leg and that are easy to teach.
Like a syrup trend.
For sure.
Just swapping out a syrup trend. I think that's something you can move immediately on.
And you should.
And create a system so that you can move immediately on it. Because
absolutely.
It's just that much faster you can get. If it does take off, then you just become that shop. And then it's really fully committing to those things that you do. Because half of it is just the commitment and teaching employees and customers. I mean, not training, but making aware your customers of everything you're doing is half of it, no matter what you do. I mean, even if you have a random trend that is no one's doing, but if you really push it on your customers, it could end up working for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. If your shop looked exactly the same in 5 years as it does today, same furniture, same walls, same vibe, would that be a failure or would that just be consistency?
I don't know, because I'm thinking of some shops that are just kind of timeless. Like there's some, like I think Horizon Line downtown. That's what I think of immediately. They haven't changed at all. Just white walls maybe change up
they might
the artwork a little bit, but not really.
But they are timeless. That's the thing. It really just depends on the vibe of your coffee shop. Do you have it timeless? Is it concrete or brick walls? And
where there's like Zanzibar's, who's a few blocks away, who's just stuck in the 90s, like almost first wave coffee.
Yeah. Because they opened right after us.
Yeah, they opened in 93 and I don't think they've made any really improvements since. 30 years.
But But that's kind of the
But that's
vibe.
it also kind of, that comes and goes too. And that's also, but then I think you're really losing out on new customers who are looking for something different.
Yeah.
Or something, like, trends don't completely go back. I think you can reinvent yourself. Like our 86th Street store, we moved the carpet a little bit further, added some seating, moved artwork from one wall to the other, and added some things to that current wall. Like little things, like we didn't change all the seating and all the chairs or paint the walls. We did, like, I don't know, 10 years ago. But now we just kind of changed up the artwork and moved stuff around so it looks new and fresh.
Yeah, and I think that's the easy.
Yeah.
You don't have to like do a whole renovation every 5 years. You can make decisions that will be timeless.
Yeah.
And then just kind of expand on that or switch it up.
And I would say like our 22nd Street store could be timeless.
I think it is.
Because it's been almost 8 years now.
Well, we did it during COVID.
7 years. 6. We started 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And there's things like the big coffee sign we changed the light bulbs on. And it's almost taken 7 years to really even catch on. Like at first it looked really nice, but like there was no personality to it.
Yeah.
It looked too clean.
Yeah.
But now there's things like some things on the walls and some things on the counters that look like really personal. Or like just little paintings and things. Like you can tell it's been there for a while and it's not this super clean and like straight lines anymore.
It's very lived in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's taken 7 years, so it could take another 7 years before we need to change it up again.
And when we say 7 years, the 22nd location is actually our first location. It was open in 91, but we did like a whole store renovation.
Yeah. Took out the
at the end
counters,
of 2019 and
redid the flooring, opened up the ceiling. It was like every square inch was redone, essentially.
So, and that happened, we started that about 6-7 years ago.
That's the only time we've ever done that. But other stores, we've done new countertops, new flooring, or just painted the walls, and swapped out the furniture. I mean, I would say you kind of know when things are getting old and just need... I mean, I would say every 10 years you need some sort of big rehaul, I feel like, unless you are, like, really, I don't know, established, I guess.
Well, I mean, don't you think we're really established?
Yeah, I don't know, then. I'd say, I don't know, 10, 15 years. I don't know. It really depends, but I don't want to say you can't just go on with what you're doing and eventually it kind of catches up with you and you start losing.
Well, yeah, you have to replace your furniture when it breaks or gets old, or like your carpet and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to, that's like just normal stuff that everybody has to do in their homes too. So,
I mean, what I would say is a good rule is if you've been open for 10 years and you haven't changed anything, just go to any new Starbucks that's been open for a year and just see what they're doing. And then to see, like, are there little things? Like, I saw the new Starbucks in town, they have bowls of just roasted coffee as, like, a decoration. Like, little things like that. Maybe you could just do that and get a new table. I don't know. Like, little things that aren't, like, a 7-figure overhaul.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or no, 5. 10,000. That's what I meant. $10,000. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that's kind of where I think on furniture. I mean, if it wouldn't be a failure, but I think you have to be intentional if you're not going to change anything.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Who should have the final say on a change that costs money but doesn't have a clear ROI, return on investment? The owner who feels it or the numbers?
Wow. Ideally, you have it set up in the numbers. So, I don't know, you can have a budget for those kind of random expenses or stuff that pops up, like new chairs, like just because stuff, like ideally stuff is getting old, so you have it in your budget to swap it, and you have it in the plans. Like, I don't know, maybe next year my plan is to replace all the tables and chairs, and that money comes from 5% of the profits. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, that's
or
good.
it's made ahead of time. But also just the owner's feelings on things also takes account. Like, this thing is gross and this needs swapped.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Or
Well, if you're looking, as the owner especially,
Yeah.
if you're like, wow, I really need to replace this, and just replace it. Like, I would never.
Yeah. If it needs replaced, then replace it. I mean, ideally you have it coming from somewhere.
Right. I would say ideal. It is nice. Like, if we just planned, okay, we're going to change all the seating at 86th in a year, like in one of our locations in a year, and let's just make sure that that's coming from wherever. And then it's very ideal to have like a plan ahead of time, especially the year ahead. But
All right. So, kind of call us out. What's the one thing in your business we've been meaning to change but haven't done it yet? And why hasn't it happened?
I would say the menu, but
Yeah.
the syrup list.
Yeah, there's things that just happen and then you kind of get halfway there. Like the menu board, the drive-through menu at 86. We said this is just a placeholder. We need something up there just to change the prices. And that was a year ago. And it has not changed.
I think it's just like, also because we are technically like a small business, so maybe Abby said we were a medium business, but we're not like a corporation. We don't have like a huge marketing team working for us. So it is harder to make decisions when you don't have a big team to like help implement it. So it's kind of up to you, like us, to make these decisions and then roll them out and then just hope it's like the right decision.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it takes us a little longer, because we're not a big corporation. We don't have 5 employees all working on marketing.
Yeah, and you can't have everything green. Like, all the lights can't be green for you to go. Like, our menus incorporate trends and where we're hoping to be and pricing, and you're committing to all those things. You're committing to your menu items and what you're pushing. And your pricing for. I mean, we have printed signs, so if we change the pricing, we also have to print all new signs.
Yes.
And does that work?
I would say this: if you can get away with not having printed signs, like, because it's kind of hard to go backwards. So like once you go into the printed sign part, it's like you can't really go back to the writing, I feel like. And we went to printed signs. Don't do it. If you don't have to, don't do it. Or a lot of people have like the TV screens.
Or just don't have prices.
Or don't have prices.
That's what I think a trend right now.
Don't have prices.
Especially on your big things. Like, it's if I order this and it's what I expected it to be roughly, people won't be upset. Seven Brew doesn't have any posted signing at all.
Right.
But you get what you asked for, and it's about what you thought based on other places. You're like, okay, I'm not gonna
we're not gonna sell you a $50 latte.
Yeah, they're not gonna just jack the price up. So that's one.
That's a good. That's good.
I was gonna say the chairs at our 42nd Street store are some of the chairs were just stools that we cut the legs off of, and with the intent, obviously, to change that, but that was several years ago, and nothing has happened. So I will say the chairs at our store definitely need a little bit of a...
Yeah,
the tables are brand new.
So if
it's
any
just the
of
chairs.
Our customers or employees from our 42nd location see this, we're sorry, and we'll try to get some new chairs.
Yeah. And like, we've thought of all different things. Like, once we really sat down, we're like, oh, let's make a bar stool here and a standing thing. And I don't know, you can get really in your head, but at the end of the day, it's just our people. I don't know, what are you looking for? That store's small. We can't have comfy chairs because we don't need there's like 12 chairs, so you can't have people like getting really comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe broken chairs is a good model for that store. I don't know.
Yeah, that's understandable. It's different when you have multiple locations. It's hard. You do really have to figure out what fits best in each one. So
Yeah.
all right.
Okay, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye.